Another special moment in adoration that I had that I remember was, when I came back to the Catholic Church, I really struggled. It's so hard. It was so hard for me, trying to be part of a community when you missed church so much and then you're in a new town and you don't know anybody really. And one of the things that I struggled with was doubt. And in seminary time, in my seminary years, I really doubted my where I was. I didn't know if God was proud of me. I didn't know if I even belonged to the Catholic Church. And so, you know, um, one of the questions that I asked during one of my adorations was, God, are you even proud of me? Do I even belong to this church? Because I just lost all that. I just was in doubt because I didn't hear anything, and not everybody was treating me so well, and so um, I was just almost sad. Like, here I planned, I thought it's going to be a great community. I'm going to just learn, and everybody's just wonderful, and that wasn't the case. And so I just that's why I had to ask them. And so, 5 years later or so, I was in major seminary, and we were, of course, on a retreat, and the priests invited us seminarians to come down and actually invited us to pray over them, pray over us. And so I never actually done that before. And so I thought, hey, I'm going to try it. I'm just going to try it, see what happens, right? And so I was down there, and they said, just kneel on the floor, And of course, the Blessed Sacrament was there in the tabernacle, and I was kneeling there, and I'm like, well, beforehand I was like, what should I pray over? Well, I just kind of thought of two things, right? And so when the priest came up, he's like, well, what would you like me to pray for? And I just gave him those two reasons, and he didn't pray. Anything that he said to me was not about what I asked. He actually answered the two questions that I asked God in my adoration years before that time. He just said, Trevor, Jesus says you do belong here. And Our Lady, our mother, Mary, says that she and her son are very proud of you. And I didn't know what to say. That actually I was actually scared because the thing was, is I never told a soul about how I asked God that. Not even my spiritual director. I just kept it hidden. And God answered my prayer that I prayed in adoration years before the time that he prayed over me. And that was almost scary, but it brought a lot of hope. It brought joy. It brought comfort. And so that was one of those times that I'll never forget, on when I was prayed over and that priest answered that question I never told anybody. And so God just like, wow, God is listening to my prayers when I'm in adoration. And boy, does he do that. And he will do the same for each of you who go to adoration and to spend time with him in adoration, in the presence, in his presence in that blessed sacrament. Know of my prayers for you. God bless.